Hello student. In this video we learn about the inside the system unit. In previous video we have learned about outer part of system unit. Now we will learn inner part of system unit. Have you ever looked inside the system unit? What are the things present on system unit through which computer work? Now in this video, we will look all the parts present inside the system unit or CPU box through which computer can able to work. Here we can see that what are the parts present on system unit. Some common components inside the system unit. That is first processor through which the data proceed. Next is memory where we have to store the informations. Now adapter cards through which we input the sound or video in the computer. Next is ports through which we can connect through any other devices. Next is drive base like hard disk. Here we can save our information or files or document. Next is power supply through which we connect the power supply to the computer. Here you can see some parts of computer. Now we will learn it in detail. The first important part is power supply. What is power supply? Here you can see the picture of one box. It is called power supply box or SMPS, means switched mode power supply. Then converts power coming from a wall socket into a form that is needed by the computer, means through which we give power to the computer. It supplies the power to the motherboard and other components of computer through wires. Through this only motherboard or other components receive the power to work on the computer. Here you can see fans are also to keep the system cool. Here you can see fans to keep the system cool. Converts the power into DC power. So it is the important part, that is power supply through which computer get power to work. Now next is motherboard. The very important thing of computer unit through which computer can work. What is motherboard? Main circuit board of the system unit is called motherboard. As the name suggests, motherboard means like at our home, our mother is doing all the work. Similarly, this motherboard can do all the work on computer. It contains adapter cards, processor chip and memory chip, also called system board or brain of the computer. It is also the brain of the computer because all the work are done through this only. So here you can see the structure of motherboard. Through motherboard only the other components are connected like memory unit, RAM, ROM, expansion slots, CD, DVD drives, etc. are connected with this motherboard only. Now come to the next, that is central processing unit or CPU. It is also called the processor because it carries out all the basic instruction that operates a computer. Means it have all the function through which computer can operates. Later it divided into two categories, that is control unit and arithmetic logic unit. Control units directs and coordinate operation in the computer, means it control the activities of computer. Next is arithmetic logic unit. It Arithmetic unit perform all the calculation like addition, multiplication, division, etc. And logic unit performs logical comparison between the some data like this number is equal to that or not. This type of calculations performed by the logic unit. Here you can see input received through input devices, then it processed in CPU and obtain output. So these all are about central processing unit. Now come to the next, that is the chips. What are the chips present in the system unit? Small, what are chips? Small piece of semiconducting material on which integrated circuits are attached is called chip. Means it is a small size storage device through on which we can store anything. It is a integrated circuits contain many microscopic pathway capable of carrying electrical current. Chips are packaged so they can be attached to a circuit board. Means this is a small square shaped chips which contains many information in it. It can store many information in it. Now come to the next, the two important chips present in the computer, that is RAM or ROM. So first we will know the RAM chip, that is random access memory chip. It is a piece of hardware that allows us to store data to be accessed randomly. Its main function is to store the data temporarily. Means this type of memory chip store the data temporarily. If we switch off the computer, the data will erase unless we will not save it on the main memory, that is ROM chip. So it is a temporary type memory. It stores the information temporarily. Now come to the next one, that is ROM hard disk drive. It is a main storage device used to store all the data permanently. Means this device is used to store all the data permanently. It the data which is stored in this memory cannot be erased. It's save it permanently. Commonly used hard drives are permanently placed in an internal drive bay at the front of the system case. You can see it in your computer, that is different drives, that is C drive, D drive or E drive, which is present on my computer. So this will store the data or information permanently in it. Now come to the next one, that is expansion slot. What is expansion slots or adapter? It is an opening or socket on the motherboard that can hold an adapter card. Here you can see in the picture, here one card is there. This is called adapter card. With plug and play, the computer automatically configures card and other devices as you install them. Means this expansion slot are used to expand our memory. There are two slots where we can connect our RAM chip to store the memory. Here you can see this is the part of motherboard and this slot is called expansion slot. It is used to expand the capabilities of an older computer or to increase the capability of memory. Now come to the next one, that is how to set up the desktop computer. Here we have learned about the inside of system unit. Now we will learn about how to set up the desktop computer. Here we will follow some steps. Setting up a desktop computer. Suppose you have bought a new desktop computer, then you have to know how to connect it or how to assemble it. Now, the first step is that Carefully unpack the monitor and the system unit. Place them in their proper slot on the computer table. Means first you have to unpack all the units of computer and place them in the computer table. Now find the monitor cable, which I have explained you in previous videos only what is monitor cable. So find the monitor cable, which one is your monitor cable, and then fix that this monitor cable on that slot. Now come to the third step, that is connect one end of the monitor cable to the monitor port that lies at the back side of the system unit. Means you have to connect the monitor with that slot so that our monitor is connected with the CPU box. Now come to the next. Now after connecting monitor to the system unit, come to the next, that we will connect the keyboard with system unit. You have to unpack the keyboard and put it in its proper place on computer table. Now connect it by using PS2 port. I have explained this port in previous video, that is it is purple color port where you have to fix the cable of keyboard so that it can be connected through system unit, you can see in the picture. Now after that we will connect the mouse through system unit. Here also the PS2 port is given, that is green in color, through which you can connect your mouse. Here you can see in the picture. After that come to the next one, that is you have to connect your speakers. Here you can see the two cables for the speaker are there, because we have two pairs of speakers, one pink color and green color. Here you can see three slots are given, you have to connect it with the respective color. Now our all hardware parts are connected. Now come to the next step, that is you have to connect the system unit and the monitor to the UPS. For this find the two power supply cable that come with the computer. Means cable is given to the computer only, you can connect it with the UPS box, means power supply box. Connect one end of the first cable to the system unit, then plug in the other end to a socket in the UPS. Similarly use the second cable also, connect the monitor to the UPS. Now come to the next step, that in the end plug in UPS into the wall socket or power supply. Now you can turn on your computer. So here all are the steps of computer. First of all, you have to unpack your monitor and other system unit, then first you have to connect your monitor with the system unit or CPU box, then connect your keyboard, mouse, speakers, etc. After that you have to connect with the power supply or UPS box. Now your system is ready to use. So here all about the inside of system unit and how to set up our desktop computer. Now our chapter is completed.